Happy new month, guys. So I'm recording this video on the 1st of July, and I thought it wise to wish all of you out there a happy and glorious new July of 2022. So in case you're watching this later, I still wish you a new month, whichever time you watch. Then the fifth stage we are going to talk of is going to be the interview. In most French schools, they normally have interviews after you apply. My name is Willie. I am a Nigerian currently undergoing a master's degree in France. I share content on master's application, my life here as an international student in France. I do vlog and share other useful content. If these are the kind of things that you are looking forward to see or you have interest in, kindly subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my updates. Thank you. So today I'll be sharing with you guys in summary 6 steps that you can take to get into a French university. From my own experience, how I got into a French university. The first thing I'm going to say is for you to find your course. Know the course that you want. Some of you already know the course you like to do, maybe because of what you did in your bachelor's, or you want to change course. There's no issue. First thing is go online, search for the name of that course in France, and you see a similar course in any French university. That's the first thing you can do. So you can always make use of Campus France to search for course, or you make use of findamasters.com to search for courses there. And when you go there, you simply go to under studying on their website, check for apply to universities, you check for English programs, and you play around with the filters there. Maybe if you're looking for a master's or a bachelor's, remember license is the same thing as bachelor's. License 1 is like first year, license 2 second year, license 3 third year, just like that. And then if you're looking for MBA, you can still find it there. Just play around with the filters, and then you search it. You can always search for the courses in English. In the filters, you can always select that, and when you search, you'll find out a list of courses in France that are similar to that particular field that you are looking for. And from there, you could find out about other information or just visit the school website. That's the first thing you should do. Find the course first and know the university. The second thing that you should do after finding the course is for you to know the application timeline. It's very, very important for you to know the application timeline so that you know if you should start applying now or you should start just getting the documents that you will need and applying when it's open. That was what I did. After finding the course and going to university, I looked at the application timeline, and thankfully the window was still open for me, so I could know how long I had to prepare my documents, how long I had to write the necessary motivation letter or get my transcript and reference letters and so on. So you should know the application timeline so that you not miss out on the deadline. The third thing that you should do, which is very important, is for you to find out the requirements. So because I did industrial chemistry for my bachelor's and I was going for engineering, I had to find out if my past qualification is going to allow me apply for this course. And I saw that similar backgrounds to like physical sciences, I could still apply for it. So what I just had to do was make sure when I was writing my motivation letter, I could tailor my aspirations to what the school needed or why I feel like I'm a good fit for this particular course. So find out the requirements. Do you meet up to the requirements, like in terms of the grades? Do they want a first class or a second class or a third class? What are the requirements? Are you in line? Do they need like a language needs, like do they need you to sit for IELTS or whatever language requirements? You should find out about that. And then the next thing you are going to do is for you to start applying. That is the next step. You just start the application process. So in the application process, I'm just going to list out the list of things that you are going to be asked of when you are applying. So the first thing I'm going to say is the motivation letter. I've actually made a video on how you can write a motivation letter. So if you've not seen that video, kindly go and look at the video. So you should write your motivation letter. So this is where if you are coming from a different field, you can always tailor how your experiences how your maybe professional experiences or volunteering experiences align with this new area you are applying for, you are going for now, how it aligns. Then you'll be asked for 2 references mostly. Maybe some school they may need 3, but for my school they needed 2 reference letters from anybody. But if you are going for a master's, I would advise you can look for a lecturer in the school to act as a referee. But I think using a professional referee is still allowed. It's okay so far as it's someone that you know will speak good of you. So you could get these referees, and you have different options. You can either upload the reference letters yourself, or the referee sends it directly to the school. In this case, you won't see whatever they have written about you when the referee sends it directly to the school. And the next thing you need is going to be your academic CV. So in academic CV, it's just the same thing as the normal CV that you're writing, but then you are going to tend to put more academic related experiences, like maybe your final year project. What you did in your final year project, that can act as a research experience. You can use that as a research experience. Then maybe if in school you went for some competitions, you could add it there. Just anything that's going to be related to this field. And of course, you can add also your professional experiences as it aligns with the particular course area you're applying to. So that's what you're going to put in your academic CV. The next thing you are going to be asked of is going to be your transcript. That's when you're applying. So for me, like I've mentioned over and over again, if you have been watching my videos, you see I've mentioned that I use an unofficial transcript to apply for the schools I applied to, even this one I'm currently in now. So I actually knew my CGPA, my cumulative grade point average. I just knew also how my school calculated, and I was able to calculate my own CGPA myself, and that is what I use in applying to my schools, to all the schools, and I got admission with them. So instead of you to start waiting for when your school is going to get your transcript ready, you can actually prepare your own unofficial transcript and use it for your application. So I'm going to advise that so that you don't miss out on any timeline. So let's be that you have tried using that to apply, and maybe the school said, oh, they can't accept this. So instead of you making assumptions that it's not going to be accepted, why not prepare an unofficial transcript and send in the application, and then you know if it's accepted or not. You also need some certifications. For example, they could ask for a certificate to show that you have completed your bachelor's degrees, or maybe if you are going for your bachelor's, they could ask for certificate of high school or something. So, and then there's always a field for additional certifications, maybe like professional certifications, just to boost your potentials or the chances of you getting admitted to that particular program. Because to be honest, some courses in France could be quite competitive, some courses and in some schools, because they could have like limited number of spaces that they want. So for me, I just uploaded my certificate from school. In fact, I uploaded my statement of result. I did not collect my certificate yet because during the convocation, I was already here in France. I never attended my school convocation, so I did not get my certificate. So I just shared my statement of result, which states that I have completed everything that is required for my Bachelor's of Science degree. The next thing you'll be asked is going to be like language, like if a course is taught in English, for example, they want to know that you can speak in English, so they can always ask for a language certificate. So for me, I actually uploaded my YA certificate. That can serve as your English certificate. So for us, you are from West Africa. I don't know for other African parts of Africa what's English language certificate that they use. But if you're from West Africa, you could actually use your West African secondary school certificate. And so for us, you can have below C. I think that's the minimum. You could always use that as a certification for it. And then if it's for a French course, like the language of program is going to be in French, they could ask for maybe minimum of a B level in French. So it all depends on the program, what's going to be the language of instruction of the program. So that is it for in the application process. That's the fourth stage. Then the fifth stage we are going to talk of is going to be the interview. In most French schools, they normally have interviews after you apply, and this is within the timeline. After you apply, they're going to tell you, okay, maybe on so date they're going to invite you for an interview. And then so in this interview stage, it's just basically to know you more. I actually have some videos on interviews which I'm going to upload. Like I had the opportunity to ask some friends of mine that are also in France to share with me the questions that they were being asked during their interview stage. So I'm going to upload those videos, and hopefully it helps you and better prepare you for the interview stage of your application process. So basically during the interview, they just want to know you more, to know what skills you are bringing into their course. Because like I said, some could be very, very competitive. They just have limited amount of space. So they want to know, will you be able to do well and excel in this program? It is not really something so... Okay, it's actually serious. It's actually serious because there's a chance that you might do the interview and you don't get the spots. That's to be honest. So it's something to be taken seriously. But just be calm and just prepare well for it, and you surely get it. After the interview, it comes the final stage, which is getting your admission. So that is the final, which is what all of us we are looking for. After the interview, they are going to let you know when the jury is going to sit to make the decision on the students that are picking for that particular session, and then you will now receive your admission letter. But then some schools, they don't have interviews though in some certain courses. But majority of French schools, they used to have interviews. Majority of the French schools that I know, they have interviews. So just have that at the back of your mind. And that is it. That's actually how I got into the French university, a French university. So it's actually very straightforward. I'm going to recap all the stages I've mentioned. So firstly, I said find your course using Campus France or findamasters.com. Secondly, try and know the application deadline. Do you have space to gather some documents? Do you have 2 months, 1 month, 2 weeks remaining? Know the application deadline. If it's not yet open, start planning and preparing for when it's open. Thirdly, know the requirements for the course you are going for. Do you meet up to the requirements? You should know these requirements. Do they want a first class and a second class? What are the chances for you? Do they need English certificate or not? And after this, the fourth stage is for you to start your application. And then the next stage is going to be an interview. There's always going to be an interview in most of them. And then finally, you receive your admission letter and a congratulations. So that is the simple steps that you can do to get into a French university. For everyone applying right now, or you're planning to apply in the coming application phase for 2023, I'm wishing you all the best and good luck with your application, and I can't wait to hear your good news. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my updates. Love you.